Congratulations on the birth of your second child. We are delivering dreams, so thankful to be part of growing your family, not at once, but for the second time. First your daughter, now your son. And thank you for finding time to share your experience with us. And thank you for answering a few questions. So can you please, how old is your daughter? And can you share a bit about her?
You want me to go? Sure. Our daughter, she's Mila. She's 1.5 now. She's a funny kid. She's very playful. She likes to run around. She's now speaking, learning to speak a little bit, and we're trying to teach her Russian, English, and sign language.
Speaks a lot of sign language.
A lot of sign language.
Wow.
She's a very good eater. She's always hungry. um, yeah, she's just a bundle of joy.
This is us.
Yes, I'm sure she is. After successful first experience, what factors were most important in your choice to work with the Living Dreams agency again for your second child?
I mean, after the first, the first time we were very nervous. We didn't know what to expect, and I think me and Vanessa both felt it went even smoother than expected. So even when we were on the way out, we were thinking like, should we do it again? And we thought about it for a few months, and I think around Mila turned 6 or 7 months, we said, why not now? Why should we wait? And everything went well the first time. I know everything went perfect. The timing, everything just worked out perfectly. So we just felt like this was our best option, and why should we wait?
It definitely was our best option. There really was no doubt. We just knew that we wanted to do it again with you guys, and we knew it would be so seamless. Of course, it was.
How long did it take from starting the process with us until your son was born? Or your son was born last week.
This time took a little bit longer, but it still was quick. What, about an extra 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
I think we told you guys in September of the year he was born, for 24 last year. And here are Sundays in September. No, it's a year.
Yeah.
Year, yes.
It's like a year.
Yeah.
So it was only really a month longer than Mila. It was quick.
What was the surrogate matching process like with Delivering Dreams? How long did it take, and how did you feel when you were first introduced to your surrogate mother?
This time it took a little longer, but I think this time was probably more closer to the normal. The first time we had it, it was like, okay, this is your surrogate. We liked her, and she was, willing to proceed, and it felt like next week she was pregnant. But this time we had to, change the surrogate a few times due to different reasons. So which, things happen, life happens. But yeah, it was still pretty fast. I think it was about 3 months.
Even though we had to,
Yeah.
even though we had to change a surrogate a few times, you guys always had a surrogate ready and available basically within a week. So that was very comforting knowing, because at first we were like, oh, our first surrogate didn't work. How long is it going to take? But it was quick. And then we had another one. So it was very nice to have that.
And what was your feeling when you first were introduced to your surrogate mother, Marina?
When you first mentioned she was tall, I'm like, oh, I'm tall. Maybe the baby's gonna be tall. But she seemed very lovely. She seemed very nice. She's very sweet. And when we met her in person, it definitely matched what we both thought of her at first.
Would you please tell us about your surrogate? What was your direct relationship with her throughout the pregnancy? Were you able to chat with her, to talk to her?
Yeah, again, very seamless, which is great because it shows the consistency with all your surrogates. As our first surrogate, it was very easy, and same thing with Marina. It was very easy. Anytime we contacted her, messaged her, she replied right away. So which we loved, because you never know, but it just shows as a part of your guys' organization that is very consistent, and so that was great for us.
Thank you. Would you describe the types of updates, frequency, responsiveness of our team throughout your journey? What examples stand out?
So you guys always were, every appointment, which was monthly, I believe, you guys give us the update right away. And I know myself, Andrey especially, if you had questions, would email you, and your responsive was within 24 hours, usually right away, actually. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, really quick. For the first time, there are so many documents, a lot of back and forth, and this time everything was already here. So I was getting a little nervous. I'm like, do we have enough stuff? But you always told me like, don't worry, everything is under control. So it just made me feel at peace.
Thanks. Uh, let's talk about safety during the war. As you know, the war in Ukraine is a major concern for couples considering surrogacy. Safety for their surrogate child and themselves. What would you share from your experience to address these concerns?
I mean, the war is it causes a lot of nerves for sure. You know, no matter what we say, what you say, I think it's just going to be nervous for anybody. But I think for anyone interested that in this process, that you're always keeping us up to date. The surrogates seem like they're well taken care of. And it seems like there's plans in place in case things need to change. The communication was the main thing. That it seemed like you guys have plans in place in case you need to move a surrogate or go to a different clinic. There are options. So I think me and Vanessa felt very comfortable with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this time around we were as nervous, not
Yeah,
even
for sure.
close to being as nervous, because we already knew what the experience was like, and you guys did such a good job the first time. So this time coming into it, we really haven't been nervous at all. I know there's a war going on, and it's very unfortunate. I do think, though, the social media makes it to be a lot worse than what it is.
Yes.
And not saying that, it's not bad, because any war is bad, but it's very comfortable here. Even talking to the people around, everyone's living their daily life. It's going on as normal as it can, I should say.
Yes, again. Yeah.
But again, it's just the helpful with you guys being very just transparent with us, and so that makes it very easy.
Thanks. You choose to have you have chosen your son to be born in Lviv. How would you describe the doctors, nurses, and the maternity hospital here in Lviv to someone who had never been here? Could you make any comparison to your home country, the U.S.? Like, I mean, doctors maybe have some experience with the maternity hospital in U.S.
I work in healthcare, so not specifically in a maternity hospital, but I think the healthcare here is, at least in the maternity hospital, is very top notch. The nurses are constantly checking on our son Artem. They even checked on Vanessa. But I know based on the updates that she was getting seen regularly. All the screenings that they were giving Artem when he was born are very consistent with what he would receive in the United States. I just think the level of care is top notch and very professional. I have no negative things to say.
I think I really liked the doctor that delivered our children. He made me feel very comfortable. And I was able to talk to him being there inside the delivery room for Mila. So it just, I felt very comfortable. He knew what he was doing. Even when
he was confident.
Yeah, he was very confident. And then when he came back, and then not only that, during the delivery, he explained everything to me. He told me what I needed to do, how to be there for her. So that was very helpful.
Hopefully on Thursday you will be traveling to Kiev to get his passport. Would you describe this process, since this is your second journey, so you already know how it looks like?
The process, honestly, for us is very easy. I think most of the work is by you guys preparing all the documents. I think if I had to do that myself, I would lose sleep. But maybe last time I was nervous, but given how everything was very smooth, this time I'm not really worried. I know you guys have everything under control. I just have to bring the documents. We have to show up, have our interview, and head out. Everything else is pretty much taken care of by you guys.
It was quick. The overnight train. We got there to the embassy. They told us it'd only be about an hour. So we went 8, came back, got our passport, and we were back on the train. The one thing that the embassy did tell us, and that's thanks to you, is that they've never seen such an organized binder full of the paperwork. Every time they asked for something, we went to our table of contents that you provided in the binder and just started pulling everything out, and it was just, wow, you guys are so organized. And we're like, it's not us, it's our agency. And he said that he had never seen anything like that. So that's to you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually do our best because we know that you are nervous. You are very nervous during this journey. You are in foreign countries, so yeah, this is our main priority for you not to be nervous. Your son was born last Wednesday. Last Wednesday. How many days will you be in Ukraine before you leave home?
I think it'll end up being
total,
about
10.
9 to 10 days, because we came on the day he was born. Ideally, we would have liked to come a little sooner. It'll be about 10 days. For Mila, we were here a little sooner before she was born. We ended up being here for about 13 days. Yeah.
Looking back on your daughter's and your son's journeys, what do you see as the most valuable aspect of working with our team, Delivering Dreams?
It's hard to pinpoint one thing.
I think you guys are very professional. You guys know exactly what you're doing. You guys are always looking for any kind of changes and updates. And having us to reach out to the embassy, make sure there's nothing new that you guys need to say on top of. I don't know if we shared this last time, but we tried to do surrogacy in the States, and it was, I don't want to say chaos, but it was very unorganized. We call the front desk. They don't know what's going on. Sometimes we call different receptionists. They also don't know what's going on. We had questions, no answers. And it was like, all right, hoping for the best. And, ended up not working out. But here, it's like, you guys know my questions before I even ask.
Okay, and the last question. If you could give 2 pieces of advice to potential intended parents considering surrogacy in Ukraine with Delivering Dreams, but are hesitant to start the process, what would you advise?
Don't wait.
If growing your family is important to you, then really don't wait, because obviously, people in this position can't have kids on their own. So to do this and to grow your family with a team like yours, it's going to be stressful no matter what. But I think you guys really make it easy for the parents, easy for everybody involved. I'm sure from the surrogate's point of view, we never asked them directly, but I'm sure they're getting great care. And obviously, our surrogate had done this a second time. I'm sure you've had other people do the same. So it's a lot to do, but it ends up being very smooth.
Yeah, just trust the process.
Yeah.
I mean, all we can say is try, reach out to you as soon as possible and get as much information as possible. I know from the first time we reached out, I was very skeptical. I was like, this doesn't seem right. But the moment we had the calls, the first Skype with you, I think it lasted like 2 hours. We both looked at each other and we felt that this was the right thing. And I'm so glad because it ended up being that and more.
Yeah, I remember that we told with Susan and we told you that it will take like one year, right?
Yes.
To get your baby, and you were just...
It was less than that the first time. From the moment we contacted you guys,
Yes.
literally from that first Skype call to the moment Mila was born, it was less than a year. It was 11 months.
Yeah, it was 11 months.
Yeah, I remember when I first booked a consultation, and I told Vanessa, I'm like, hey, I booked a consultation with this surrogacy agency in Ukraine. She just looked at me like I was taking crazy pills. But it was the best decision we made.
And now you have 2 children
Yeah.
that were born in Ukraine, in Lviv.
Yeah.
I hope someday you will come back with them both to show them where they were born. And I hope to see you again as well. It was a pleasure for me to work with you. You are great. I never had any problems with you at all. Your questions always were so smart, and and even your journey was like very easy for me. And it was, I'm very happy to know you, and I hope that everything will be good in your life and your children will grow such a wonderful people as you are.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you. I know you guys gave us an option to do it elsewhere, but to make it maybe a little bit easier. But when we talked about it, it was a huge part for me that I wanted to work with you again because of how just caring and how serious you made everything. I didn't want to work with anyone else. So I just wanted to say you made me feel very comfortable through this entire process. And so I'm very grateful for you.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you.